It's your boy Imperial Valley bringing you something different this time. So, like last week, I had a poll up on which series I should actually cover out of Villain to Kill and Doombreaker. So, it says it's in, and so what I decided I'm gonna actually cover Doombreaker. I feel like it's a good series as far as what I've read up to. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So it opens up. The first chapter opens up with a huge explosion as we seeing this huge eruption looking like it's taking a huge chunk out of Earth, and we see this huge dragon just laying down, just looking defeated, like it just got his ass whooped. And then we see a huge beam of light on this pillar as the rumble, and then we get this mysterious person talking, telling this human, the last human on Earth to behold. Victory is his. Then we see this giant claw. And then we get away. So now we finally get to see a whole cover spread of the guy. I'm not gonna lie, the guy look badass. They both look badass. The guy he fighting and the last human, they both looking badass. But the human getting his ass kicked. He had a disadvantage. He actually coughing up blood. It's crazy. But he looks so powerful, not gonna lie. But he ain't giving up without a fight. As he goes. So yeah, and then we get this little cover spread, and then it say the world has ended in flames. It's been a year since they lost the war to the demons, and most of humanity has been slaughtered, and those who survived have become mindless hosts for demons. And it's like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, this chapter's crazy. Like, y'all just straight coming, y'all straight open it up with so much bangers. And it's like, yo, this is looking real wild. And then we get a cover spread as they states the last survivor of the resistance army went on fighting alone until this very moment. Then we get to see this whole, I guess he's a devil. I guess he wanna, I'm gonna say he's a devil till I can figure out what he is. Since they're talking about demon, it looked like this devil got him outmatched, outgunned and all. But I ain't gonna lie, the character design for this devil looks so sick, and so I highly recommend chiming in on this because this shit is crazy. So we get a name. The name is Tartarus, the god of destruction, and the lord of the demons. We finally have a name for this demon. It's crazy. We finally, it's crazy. So he's holding something up to his finger. It's like a whole, like, it looks like an orb with Roman numeral signs on it. So it's pretty interesting. And then we see the human, and it looks like he's actually dying. But Tartarus, he straight look at him. He straight be blunt with him, and he actually calls him by his name. So we confirmed that the human name is Zephyr. And it's like, yo, honestly, you looking at it, honestly speaking, man, you put up so much of a good fight. I, I love what you did. You gave me the best fight I had in all my life. Dreaming. He straight sits up here and give him the opportunity to join him. And you can be on the winning side. And yeah, so Jay for looking like, yeah, but nah, that ain't gonna happen. Nah, that's not me. I'm not about to give up and join you because those who sit up here and do all this bullshit and says y'all weak. And then you got, yeah, and then you got a epic spread again. Page spread looking lovely. You got Tartarus looking like, yo, I can't stand weak, feeble opponents. And yo, honestly, if you don't want to join me, that's cool. But I will respect you because you wasn't weak. Like, I'm sure you understand how I feel when I'm just this all powerful god, and then you just trash. Your species is trash. So to me, it's like, for me, this is interesting. So he actually goes on. Again, he tell him, I'm gonna make you an offer. You can come serve me and you get immortality. And we could conquer the whole world together. We could be home of the gods. You can be a part of the home of the gods. You can be a god. And then you got Zephyr looking like, so he asked him like, yo, do you really mean that? Like, yo, like, would you really let me join you? So you got the god of destruction looking like a chorus with a sinister grin. So you got Zephyr battered and bruised like, yo, honestly, that's not a bad offer. That's really not a bad offer. But he looking like, yo, honestly speaking, I'm gonna call his bluff because deep down he know I ain't gonna never fully recover to what I once was. And then we get this huge demonic looking cover spread, black and red with white in it. And we see the God of Destruction, Tartarus, we see his vicious, sharp like teeth. And then he looking like, honestly, nah, I ain't do it because he says, honestly, you just want to see me beg for my pathetic life. That's what you want. You want me to grovel for you. And I'm not doing that shit, bro. Like, nah, I'm going to die with dignity. So as she about to shake, but that's he saying that so he looking like, all right. They about to shake, they about to make the deal. And at last, they shake hands. But Zephyr have a trick up his sleeve. Zephyr stakes up his middle finger and tells the God of Destruction, shout up your ass. Straight saves that shit and blows him away with his final attack. And then we see this huge decimated crater just all over. And it's like, yo, then we see a huge light and we see the God of Destruction. Oh, wow. Zephyr actually managed to cut off the God of Destruction's hand. And Tartarus, he's just baffled. He's shocked that someone actually managed to even wound him. And it infuriated him so damn much that he just straight sat up here and decimated half of the world. He destroyed half of the world in a single instant due to how infuriated he was. And then he curses at Faith, called him a son of a bitch. How dare you humiliate me and sacrifice your life at the same time? You pathetic little worm. And then he actually bashes and destroys Zephyr's corpse, the remainder of his body, and Tartarus feel like he lost. He conquered the world, yes, but he lost to a single lowly human. He got bested by a human. And with that long fight, everything came to an end. But alas, on Zephyr's, while Zephyr is in limbo, something strange happened. He gets an offer and gets summoned to the God of Light and the home of the gods. And statues of gods is shown as they ask him, would you like to relive your life from the very beginning when you was a slave? But for our amusement, we shall give you a we shall give you a gift. We'll give you one a gift. We'll give y'all. Look, you know what? I fucked that up. Not gonna lie. So what happened is the gods say if you agree to the stature, they're gonna give him abilities. Each one of them give him a specific ability from their slot, and he actually goes back in time. So when he was a slave, with those slots and abilities and the previous knowledge that he had from his last previous life. So he looks around like, he tries some of that stuff, but he can't summon that shit. So he's quite wary of what's going on. So the God of Light tells Zephyr, don't be alarmed. I'm just a messenger of the gods. And honestly speaking, you're not in trouble. But in shop, in reality, you're dead. But my superiors were so invested and intrigued and entertained about how you did what you did and what you did, we're offering you another life to go right back in time. So Faithful ponder on it. He thinks about it as he signs, and ultimately he agrees. He takes the deal. He takes the deal, and they send him back in time. And now he has to relive his life starting over when he was a slave. And that is it for chapter one. Let me guys let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Consider giving me a like. It actually helps the channel grow. Subscribe. It helps other people actually find the channel more frequently and easier. And remember, have an awesome day. Imperial Valley out.